So let's talk about a case in point that I would like you to learn from, right? Because somebody called me a couple of hours ago and they were exasperated to hear about this case, and I want us to explain it just a bit. All right. So case goes like this. There's this guy we're going to call Jack. So Jack decides to set up a trust, and he did so years before he decided to get married, right? He moved a couple of his assets into the trust. So he then decided to get married in the future, and then they were living happily. It's unfortunate that him and his spouse decided to now part ways a couple of years into the marriage. That's okay. So when they were at the divorce proceedings, Jack's spouse actually requested that the court also consider the assets that were placed by Jack in his trust as part of this divorce. Now, Jack didn't understand how this could be a possibility because, number one, he set up the trust way before he even got married to this person, and those properties are meant to belong to the trust and not him. So he didn't understand how this person could make such a request. You know, the funny thing is this: the court actually agreed that those assets had to now be considered as part of the divorce. And Jack was very exasperated. Now, the question is this, right? Why is this happening? Why was this even a possibility? Because what is being said all the time is that a trust is meant to protect your assets and it will protect them in terms of divorce, etc. Problem number one is when you are running a trust, right? You have to ensure that you're not running it like it's you. So there's a certain way in which it's meant to be handled. Now, biggest problem with Jack is that he wanted to be the sole trustee, yet he did not understand how a trust actually operates and how it is meant, to be dealt with. So he was handling it like it's still his own asset because he was the founder, he was the trustee, and he was the sole beneficiary. Big problem. So not only did these assets end up being counted as part of the divorce, but now what happened was Jack ended up paying a lot in taxes because he was moving money as and when he likes. He wasn't considering whether the transactions that he was partaking in are going to call upon tax and what he should do, what the alternatives are. He was not seeking advice. He insisted he wanted to be the sole trustee. So if you are someone like Jack who wants to be part of the trustees, or you want to be the sole trustee and control this, you at least need to capacitate yourself. This capacity is meant to help you understand how to operate the trust. What are the risks of you moving things around the trust, monies, properties, etc. In terms of taxes, what can you expect, etc. And what is your role as a trustee in this trust so that you can be able to avoid such things. I repeat again, a trust is meant to protect your assets. But if you make a mistake or make the mistake of not doing things properly and you want to handle it like it's you, you're going to jeopardize it like Jack did in this particular matter. So make sure that if you are in South Africa and you're one of those people who want to be part of the trustees, or just like Jack, you want to handle the trust on your own, I really suggest that if you are in South Africa, join the webinar that I'm going to host on the 9th of this month of March, right? So this webinar is mainly going to focus on how a trust operates, the most important parties here, the responsibilities of these parties, and some of the things that you just need to be aware of in terms of cost implications and, what it is that you need to make sure that you do in order to ensure that you're always above board. Because if you don't capacitate yourself, like I said, you're going to jeopardize your trust. And that is not the purpose. You're right. Because now you're killing the main goal of you having a trust. So I hope this is going to be helpful to you, and it's going to just show you some of the things that we're talking about when we say that you need to at least know a bit about trust before you say you're going to solely run it on your own. So on that note, my name is Yolanda Mnyangeza, and I'm an attorney and a director at Mnyangeza Attorneys. We will see you next time.